What's good? Welcome. Welcome to Energy. Okay, so just a general tap in. Let's just see what the vibes are. Interested in what the vibes may be currently. So let's see. All praise to the Most High. Trust your intuition over mine. What are the vibes? My hair is looking wild and crazy. I'm looking at myself in the reflection of the window. Why is it so wild? It is wild. Okay. What are the vibes? Are the vibes wild? I've been tapped out for a second. Like, I really been pushing these readings out, but I had just went and retreated to my own little space, own little world for a while. So I don't know what the vibes are. But my hair is wild. It says, your mind is their favorite library or search engine. If you charged $1 for every thought, you'd be rich. Okay, so somebody is interested in somebody, or someone is just interesting. Someone is interested, and someone is interesting, both simultaneously. Oh, these cards just wanna. All right, let's take them. Let's take them. They burst out of the doggone deck like it was supposed to. Pay attention to the positive details and be specific. Telepathy. Psychically linked and reading minds. So that goes with your mind is their favorite library or search engine. Somebody is in someone's head or trying to get in someone's head. They're like trying to understand somebody. People fall in love with you easily. Okay. Stand up for yourself before you walk away. Interesting. Cinderella or fella, unlocking a permanent rise or level up. Okay. Facilitates, creates, and attracts. God or goddess. Nice. That's divine energy. That's like divine masculine, feminine, emperor, empress energy. And then we have, you came here to be humbled because you are a fan of gods and not man. Now that came out with gods and goddesses to mankind. This is definitely, okay, so there's some divine connections going on right now. So let's pick up on that energy. We'll start over here with the divine connection. That's what I'm seeing first. So somebody could be leaving the club. Y'all leaving the club together? Let's see. Someone could have found their person or connected to someone, or you have decided on someone. Let's see what comes out with this energy. Gods and goddesses, energy on the table. God, goddess energy. That's high vibration. That's high vibe. Come through. New boo. Nice. New love, learning each other, and flirtations. Okay. So this is real. At least the feelings are real. The feelings are real. What else? Uh-oh. Repo. Oh, no. Default on payments, financially incapable, and repossess assets. Someone lost a god or a goddess in their life. Someone lost a divine masculine or feminine. They did not learn the lesson. They did not pay the price. Divine connections require sacrifice. They just do. That's a whole nother reading, but they do. They require sacrifice in order for it to stay in divine energy. And it requires for you not to sacrifice each other. And like, it's the moment that you choose not to sacrifice one another or to sacrifice yourself for the sake of the other that it becomes a true divine connection. That's the contract. It's like to protect. even if it means with your life. But that is on a spiritual level. Okay, like you're willing to put your ego down. That's what I was getting. Like, you came here to be humbled, so you need a man or a woman, whoever this is. They need a man or a woman that they actually can make a priority. They need to see them as above humankind, what they're used to. They need to feel and sense and believe that the God that they love or trust is running through this other person. They need to know that that energy runs through you, because it creates like a full total circle. So I'm getting with this person though, there's a connection coming together, and likely there's somebody who lost this connection. That would likely be because in order, you not only have to be humble, but you also have to, it's like other people don't always have to humble you. You have to have natural humility. So somebody didn't have natural humility, and someone cannot naturally humble you. This kind of humbling, it happens because when you're at your weakest, they're at their strongest. When you're at your strongest, they're at their weakest. So both of you have the opportunity to feel humbled by each other and thankful and grateful and appreciative. But then you also have the ability to look up to them, to respect them, to prioritize them. Okay. So I don't know, but this is a deep connection. And it feels like there's somebody here with some strong energy or feelings. Because they lost this connection, likely because they weren't willing to pay the price, make the sacrifice, or to humble themselves, okay? Or they naturally did not, because to humble yourself is to humble yourself under the mighty hand of God. It's a spiritual connection. So you're humbling yourself because you recognize something as bigger than you. Whether it's an energy, a presence, a God, whatever you want to call it, the spirit within, someone's higher self. You recognize a higher power, and for that reason, you humble yourself in order to be allowed into that energy and to emanate it, for humanity. Okay, so if you're not humble, then you won't be able to make the sacrifice, you won't be able to pay the price, and you won't be able to naturally humble this person that you want to be with or want to have in your life. So that's where a lot of the connections, divine feminine, divine masculine, you attract people that treat you badly, or you did initially. Like, they take advantage of you. They take your kindness for weakness. They take advantage of your blind spots. And pretty much they leech off of you energetically, but they benefit in a lot of ways. And you may wonder why. You may wonder why. You could went through like a whole situation, actually, because like I said, you came here to be humble because you're a fan of God's, not man. You don't like humans. They have given you reason to really. You ever seen those movies where it's like one alien, the aliens want to destroy Earth, and they take like one person that they feel has a good heart and should be able to empathize with all of humanity. It's the same storyline as God with Jesus, but I don't know who I'm talking to. You may not. I don't know. I feel like I got to get out of the religious box for you. But like an alien movie, okay? And they pick one person out of humanity to say, do they deserve another chance? And they're like, no, like, scratch it, get rid of all of them. You would be that person. You would be that person like, yeah, no, I don't think so. There's something about, and it could be temporary, it could be something you just went through, but you may attract people who try to humble you on purpose, because they don't get to the heights that you do, and they don't often feel the fulfillment that you do, especially when it comes from nothing that they can see tangibly or materially. So unless you just got a raise, or you just got paid, or you just got some extra money, or you just bought a car or something like that, they don't, or you just had sex, they don't understand where your fulfillment, contentment, and happiness come from without the physical. And so for you to have that, and you hit a low point with that person, likely their ego will be shattered, And if you can still maintain your self-respect, you will probably get that toxic side out of them. It'll rattle all of their demons. All of their demons will come to light. Because actually, when things aren't going well for you physically, that's when your spirituality is the strongest. That's what you're living off of. So somebody here, I feel, did have a contract with you, did have a connection with you, but they could not fulfill the payment. They could not fulfill the sacrifice. They could not fulfill the humility that it would take for them to stay on the timeline with you. So you got somebody else. Now, for some of you, you were sent a replacement. They magically, serendipitously entered your life, divine timing. And for others of you, you just specifically chose this person, and for some, it's really both. This person entered your life, but not specifically for you. You just met them, but God, Spirit, brought that person to you in another way, like created I feel like a recognition. That's what it is. It's soul recognition. Okay, one more card for this situation here. So the vibes is that somebody has a new connection and another connection is gone because the person couldn't pay the price. Oh yeah, we have love bombing, overly attentive, showered with affection for personal gain. So you have two individuals and both may be kind or good to you, but I'm getting that there's one here. There's one here that's trying to make you feel that there is love or that they're in love with you, but they're not really in love with you. Whoever this person is could be in lust. We have extra and trying too hard. This is someone being fake or phony. This is someone who could be professing their love or, confessing their love to you. They're trying to embody. That's what they're trying to do. Somebody is trying to embody the energy of a divine masculine or feminine. But it's likely showing up. You're seeing it. Some of you have already disconnected from this person. I'm sorry if this is a connection because for somebody, this is all one person. You thought that this person was the one for you. You thought that this person was your new person. You chose them, but God did not choose them. Like they didn't choose God, So that person is not on the same timeline as you. They're not in the same energy as you. They're not a cooperative match, but they may be aware of you and your energy. This is a karmic. Yeah, they're trying to, this is a gig. It's a thief. It's an energetic thief. This is a joker. It's an energetic thief and charm or sex magic. So for some of you, yeah, I don't know. Let's see what comes out with the tarot. What are the vibes here with the divine connection? What's the new boo energy? For those of you who, you have a past person and that past person was not the one or is not the one currently, and you do have a new person or someone new that you're looking at, then let's see what that is. Three of Swords wants to come out. Third party energy. Okay. So someone may have not paid the price and someone is aware of that and they're going to pay it. Look. Oh, wow. Nice. Okay. Ace of Pentacles and the new boo energy. I was about through with this. I was like, what? This is the vibes? Goodbye. I don't have time for this. No, I got time for this, though. Yeah, someone's like, what you talking about? You ain't talking about nothing. What you talking about? You ain't talking about nothing. They can pay that price. And you know what? The price probably dropped. Or at least they don't have to pay higher yet because it seems like you're just getting let out of a contract. So someone could have tried to connect with you. It does say love bombing. They may have given everything that they had or they tried to connect with you. And this did create some kind of emotional connection, however small it might be. You have to be very careful with that when it comes to energy. And these divine connections, just because of the infiltration process, it usually happens in the heart and the mind, behind the scenes. Okay, it happens in the darkness. That high priest, high priestess energy. So, I feel like be careful with certain people who you have let go and created boundaries with, and you're very specific and intentional about why. Because what do they tend to do? They tend to try to connect with you through some kind of charm or even a lie. And sometimes it's like a sweet lie. You get some that want war with you, okay, and they may do it the harsh way, or they may trigger you or try to tear you down, like with psychic attacks and things like that. But then there are others who will just kind of love bomb you. They'll say all kind of sweetness to you, all kind of sweet nothings. Send a lot of good energy your way to blitz you. Pretty much what they're trying to get you to do is pay the sacrifice to allow them to enter back into your life. So they kind of get you for free. Which means all of a sudden you feel more connected to that person, or you feel like opening the door to this person, but you just literally said the other day you wish you never met them. In fact, you would be happy if you never had to hear from them or see them again. So how do you go from that to all of a sudden in the moment feeling like, oh, I remember that. I got blitzed with a past memory from 1,000 years ago, and it's nothing that's happening right now, and but I just feel so wonderful. Okay. Yeah. Well, you're getting blitzed. You're getting blitzed. That's magician energy. And yes, some of them do use their abilities manipulatively. And if you try to catch them on it, they probably don't know what you're talking about, or they'll say nothing. But it's like someone who likes to take advantage. They like to take advantage. So someone's looking for something. That's a transactional person. But when it came time to cross this line, someone actually paid the full price. So, with this person, like I said, you would have ended up making a sacrifice for somebody who truly did not value you or have the best intentions towards you. They were trying to get over on you, or they were trying to, it says showered with affection for personal gain. They were trying to gain something for themselves. It didn't necessarily have anything to do with you. And so I feel as if this new person pretty much saved you from this connection. So that someone feels like they lost you, like you got snatched right out of their hands. Someone, actually, this person, your past person, may feel that they paid the price, and they're angry because they feel as if somebody else is like getting in on this. But the truth is, they ain't paid shit. See, they're a trickster. We had the Joker. We had the Joker on the bottom of the deck. This person is a trickster. And they're also a shit starter. Dramatic, trying too hard, and a shit starter. Extra. Yeah, this is probably someone who does sexual magic. He's holding his wand in his hand. It could be a female too. But they probably do sexual magic on you, or to connect with you, and then to kind of send a lot of good waves your way. And that's kind of like, pretty much what they're doing is, okay, I could get into a lot here, but it's like giving offerings to your devil side. Okay, they're making contracts with your shadow, but it's very low vibrational energy. Yeah, they operate through lust. That's what they feed on, and that's what they use to pay the price. This is the Ace of Pentacles. Somebody paid this price the way that God asked for it to be paid. And sometimes it's a love language. Acts of service. What is it? Acts of service, gifts, physical. What is it? Physical touch, words of affirmation, and gift giving, I think. So I don't know how this person paid this price for you. But it feels like it was not just a sacrifice, but actually they're taking action in their own lives, and it's still in the deal. So, okay. This feels like it's still in action, but it's a lot going on there, because we did have that Three of Swords that wanted to peek out. I don't feel like going too deep, and that felt deep. This energy felt deep. All right, what else do we have? Stand up for yourself before you walk away. Cinderella or fella unlocking a permanent rise or level up. Okay. So this is another connection here. You guys could be leaving the club together, but it kind of seems as if this could be someone that you're turning down for now. But you are going to, or this person is going to have something to say to you before they walk away. Or like, yeah, or maybe this is you. You need to speak up and come, like, kind of express yourself or be honest with this person before you detach and walk away or walk out their life. Like, I don't know. What's going on? What are the vibes? My son is so excited back there. You walking away like That's like when you come when you're getting ready to leave anyway, and then there always used to be. It felt like it used to be like a welcoming line, like a Soul Train line on your way out the door, because they all want to grab your hand or try to, get a little, hey, come here for a minute. When you're walking out, this feels like one of those people. Yeah, so you could have just got out of a connection. You could have just had a heartbreak or something like that. You could have a heartbreak, a rejection. Something is going on in your love life, and your vibe is a little down. And someone is seeing you like low hanging fruit, or you may be on the ground right now, and someone's thinking they can swoop in. Okay, yeah. You're actually on your way to a level up. You probably don't even really be at the club. You're not even like sending your waves out there like, hey, look at me, look at me. I need it. I don't feel that energy from you. You actually could be someone that's actually on the dating scene, or you're going out because you just feel like you need to or you have to. Your girls, your guys, your bros, they like, yeah, you can't just stay in the house, or you getting old, or you need to come out or whatever. So yeah, you're very decisive, and you're okay. So someone is trying to swoop in on you during a time period when you're not quite feeling like yourself. Or you just, I don't know, you could be in your mind, or caught up in your feelings or something like that. Someone does kind of want to take advantage of that. But you're too discerning for that. You're seeing straight through them with judgment. You're seeing straight through them. You are seeing straight through them, and you are calling them on it. Somebody's clocking them. We have judgment. So it feels like it's someone who you're like, yeah, I'm sorry, but you come from my past. You are not my future. That could just be because of the energy you're in. So like I said, if you were connected to someone and the thought of them or whatever you're going through with them put you in a lower frequency because of your mood swings, you would end up attracting what you're focused on. So it doesn't mean that that's really all there is out here. But until you can clear that energy out, until you can find a way of focusing your energy away from what used to be, you really can't be in a place to receive or even decide what you want to attract going forward. So a lot of times you'll get what you already had, just in another body. But I feel like you're awakened to that. You see that, you know that. We have Libra energy here with judgment, Scorpio energy with judgment. So I feel like you're a deep thinker, or you could just be really serious about balance. Someone who meets you equally, and someone who you see as a person you can trust, or someone with integrity. And a person with integrity would not try to like swoop in on you at your lowest. Likely they would be more attracted to you when you were in the right energy. Okay. People who are attracted to you mostly when you're in low vibrational energies, they're just, it's like taking advantage. Okay, the price is lower because you're on the floor. So they don't have to do much. They don't have to be much. They don't have to be better. They don't have to really like you. They could be using you. They could just be trying to plug you in. They could be on the floor with you too, with no idea about how to rise up or how to level up. No decisions on how to do it. No changed mind. So there'll be no changed life. And that's not where you are. We have Cinderella, and you're not. Yes, you can. And you're not unlocking a temporary like level up. You're unlocking a permanent one. So you're very serious about the level up that you're going through in life. You're very serious about the changes you've made in life. We have the Three of Swords in reverse. You're not interested in anything that is messy or dramatic. maybe not even like situationships. You could be looking for someone that is a little more monogamous or that is pretty serious about you particularly. Um, but definitely when you're in your feelings and when you kind of get there because of someone that you were romantically attracted to, the energy that you could be in is desperation. And I'm not saying that you're desperate to get a man or get a woman, but you are desperately trying to get away from the past energy and the past version of you that keeps attracting people like that to you. So you're still sending out waves of desperation. So that is something that I feel like either you or whoever it is that I'm reading, they're looking for that to be healed first. So the desperation energy has to go away before you would even attract this person. But I do feel like they have their eye on you, is what I want to say. All right. Yep, we have strength in reverse, vulnerability, self-doubt, low confidence. Yep, you're giving off like a energy of just not believing, not trusting. You may even be giving off the energy that you could maybe be like a little toxic. You want to take control, or you're like aggressive in some way. Like I said, insecurity, vulnerability, those are desperate energies. So I feel like that has to heal first, but you could already be working on that. And like I said, I feel like whoever this person is, this could be someone that does have their eye on you, but because they may be aware of what you're going through, they can sense you or the vibes are a little off. I feel like they're keeping an eye on you, but probably not taking action right now. Just because you're giving off multiple vibes. There's some things that you may have already healed, but with the strength in reverse, you're just not there yet. Low energy. So I feel like, you know what? For some of you, you actually went through something. Like you were, whatever you're feeling right now is as a result of somebody that you used to deal with. For some of you, the Three of Swords, it could have been like spiritual warfare. Energetic warfare, like I was talking about, someone who wants to connect with you, so they're draining your energy because they keep trying you, they keep thinking about you, monitoring spirits, focused on you, projecting on you. So that takes a lot of your energy away. But this is an easy heal. Oh, it's an easy heal. On the bottom of the deck is the Empress. So I feel like if this is someone you are interested in, but you feel them, you feel their attention or attraction, but they're not taking action, they have already made a decision. So don't take them not taking action as a sign that they are not interested in you. On the other hand, if this is you, I just feel like it's very discerning that you are taking your time and kind of keeping an eye on this person, even though you may be well aware of who this person is truly, because this is divine feminine energy. You could be a male or a female, but yeah, talk about being healed. Not only are you healed, but you're very healing to others as well. So I do feel like they feel the vibes, they feel your energy, they're attracted to you. And maybe, honestly, this could be someone who's just giving you a break because they kind of know what you've been through, or they can sense that you're going through something, and maybe you need your energy to yourself, okay? Especially if you guys are not in a connection right now where it's their place to kind of deal with what you're going through emotionally. You aren't there yet in your connection, or you don't have one yet. Another thing is with the Empress energy, this could be someone that maybe a little more discerning because they're thinking about what they have to bring to the table, whether or not they're, they would be at a level that could add value to you instead of depleting you. This is somebody who cares, and not just about themselves, but they're trying to make the right decision as far as how it would affect you too. Okay, because period, not bad. We got two more. What's my son calling me? When he just came out here, I felt his vibes. And I was like, But I think he good now. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's talk about the mentalist, or yeah. somebody that you're already linked to, psychically linked, telepathy, reading their minds. And they really like to get in your head, or you like to be in their head. Let's see here. Someone you see as interesting, different. Maybe you don't know a lot about them. They could be someone new, or it's just a flirtation and attraction. Someone you want to talk to, or someone is like really interested in talking to you. Okay, we have karmic, third party relationship and lesson. So there could be something that they can learn from you. Okay, they could be trying to learn a lesson here with how to get out of a karmic contract or a connection that they're in or that they have been in. They could be trying to close out that cycle. That could be something that you've already done. So they like talking to you or connecting with you, or kind of getting tips on how to move around. For some of you, this is kind of weird, but it could be like a guy or a female. But I would say like this person may see you kind of like a pimp. Like, I said it, like a pimp. Okay, and they want to have multiple females or multiple men, and they kind of just want to know like, how do you manage that? Or they love their conversation with you because, or they love your energy because they feel like they get a good handle on the type of woman or man they would need to be to, I don't know, have that kind of attraction factor. Even if that's not what they're really trying to live or what they really want to have in their life, that's kind of how they see you, like you could have that. And if that's something that they want, or did they just want to be the type of person that could have, you know, I don't know, multiples if they wanted to, this person is interested in you for that reason. Okay, let's get more. Hold on. What is the mind energy? Laughter, wholeness, overjoyed, and smiling. Okay, so we're back to, this is somebody trying to get out of a karmic contract. They may have already did that, and they feel like you helped them do that. Yeah, they did that. Okay, so this is somebody feeling good about themselves, feeling happy, and feeling connected to you. Oh, shoot. They feeling connected to you. Okay, telepathy. This is giving twin flames energy. You know why? Because there's some part of their connection with you that they didn't want to be seen or known about until they have fully gotten this karmic energy away from them. Like, they needed a final nail in the coffin with a past relationship. Because we have sneaky link, but there's no reason for a sneaky link unless this third party was still active. But I feel like that's what you've helped them to do. But this could be new news for you, okay? But let's just check. Because this could also be, like I said, this is somebody trying to get something started. They want, you know, 2 people. They want multiple partners. And so, you know, whatever you like. But they could be figuring out how to get you on their side or get you to buy into that. What's sneaky link? Ooh, red flag. Warning signs, take heed in risky situations. So yeah, for some of you, be careful that you aren't taken advantage of by someone who's trying to put you in a third party. Okay, they're trying to make you connect or get you to connect. Then the whole time they really have someone else that they're trying to connect you to or with. Like they could be trying to get in your head to kind of just feel you out, or getting your energy to feel you out and see how you feel about that, if you're open to it. They're looking for possibilities. Okay, this is somebody who will really disturb your peace, honestly. If you are not looking for a poly, or I don't know what this is, but if you're not looking for something that's messy, you're not looking to be a third party, excuse me, you're not looking to add anybody to your connection, you're not looking for a situationship, then I think you want to steer clear of whoever this is. This is definitely someone that likes to get in your head, though. This is someone who likes to get in your head, but I'm not getting good energy. I'm not getting good energy. I tried. Whatever I got that was good, I read it. But for the majority of you, it's not that. It's this. It's the red flag energy. Warning sign. You need to take heed. This person is trying to create like a hidden or a secret connection with you. And they may be using another person to do this. So for some of you, you have a twin flame. And your twin flame could be connected to someone else, whether they're in that relationship with them or not. It could even be a family member for some of you. Like it's not even another romantic person, it's just another person, and they're using that person as like a medium to connect with you. It's weird, but people do it. Energetically, it's because they either pull from your masculine or feminine energy. They like the way it makes them feel. For most, it has a lot to do with like your ego and how your ego works for you in everyday life. Egos are how we show up for the world. Okay, so there's something about your energy that they like what it does. It gets their mind together. So somebody loves your energy. For some of you, this is a person, they kind of use you that way for another person because they want their person to be more like you. Yeah, and you know, if they're not telling you about this or they're trying to make this a secret, then that is definitely a red flag. Okay, yeah, and if that person disturbs your peace, then they could be doing it intentionally or deliberately. So keep an eye on that as well. But we have the Queen of Swords, so I feel like whoever you are, you're intuitive, third eye energy. Also, like I said, this could be your twin flame. So telepathy, you can read their mind just like they can read yours. So you're pretty well aware of where they are, or at least you should be. And if not, then I would just consider it to be a red flag until they bring you clarity. Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords, independent, supportive, honest, unbiased. Okay, unbiased judgment, open communication, clear boundaries, and insightful. So yeah, you would definitely speak up. Or this person, I feel like if they don't say anything to you about what they're doing and they're trying to like take advantage of you, it would disturb your peace. You would be aware of it. And when it does disturb your peace, but somehow this person gives you clarity, or helps you to understand why, and it makes sense to you, so it doesn't disturb your peace once you understand what you're going through or what happened, okay, then I feel like you can make a good judgment call, whoever you are. This person is attracted to you because you are unbiased. You could be very judgmental, or no, you could be very opinionated. But as far as being judgmental, you kind of judge them and their situation and what they're going through with a very open mind. And you're not very biased or overly critical or judgmental. You just kind of have like strong boundaries. And it's like you can take me or leave me, but this is what I deal with. This is what I don't deal with. This is what I'm okay with. This is not what I'm okay with. And I feel like you'll see, you know, if this person is, if they change for you, if they explain to you, if they help you to understand, if they show up, that red flag will go away. Other than that, the red flag stays, and this is a risky situation and probably one you should run from, okay? We have the Empress in reverse. So yeah, this could be a situation where this person is connected to them, not because they choose to currently, but because they have children. And so children, they can open the door for their parent anytime they're feeling their other parent. And then it would be, you would have to wait until it affects you. But that person, if they don't stay in the, pretty much the way I see it is, the energy can come in and stay in the room with your kid. But when your kids, you know, having a good time and then they fall asleep and then they want to come out their kid's room and kind of sneak into your room and try to, you know, get in bed with you and connect with your energy. Yeah, no. So you might have an ex like that. Those are people, they're obsessed and can't let go. And they will use the role as a parent to the child as them just having this authority and access to you. And that's not the truth. They're taking advantage of their connection with their child, taking advantage of the vulnerability that creates for you, and counting on the fact that you won't be aware, or, you know, somehow maybe it'll make you sweet or open and they'll always have this place or this seat in your life. And so if that's not what you want, or this person is not aware, or they don't care, or they don't take action to correct that, then yeah, red flag. Okay, but I do feel like this may be someone who is actually getting information from you on how to do that, because they do intend to sever this karmic contract and create a boundary where there's nobody else running in and out that they didn't give a key to. You know, they're getting ready to change those inner house locks. They getting ready to change the locks, boo. Somebody is getting evicted up out of that energy, and they changing the locks. Okay, so you'll see. Like I said, you're very intuitive, Queen of Swords. You will know the tea likely before anybody else. You're gonna pretty much be able to figure out for yourself whether or not this person is good for you, or if they're phony, fake, sneaking around, playing games, or just not your business right now. Okay, so let's see. This feel like a bunch of couples at the club, y'all. We at the club. All we do is club, and let's go to the club. All right, come on, couple. Who coming out next? Pay attention to the positive details. Be specific. People fall in love with you easily. I don't know what to say about that energy. Let's see what the cards say. What's people fall in love with you easily, and pay attention to the positive details. Be specific. Somebody could be newly single. And I feel like you may need to be a little more discerning with your vetting process. People fall in love with you quickly, and that can create emotional attachments and connections that could cause issues moving forward. Like, you don't want to make them too fast or willy-nilly. You don't, I mean, I'm nobody's mother, father. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but you can certainly connect with people. You can certainly connect with people without creating an energetic tie to them. But see, people fall in love with you easily, which means their hearts are invested. They kind of want to stay connected to you. And there's some need for you to like see the good and be able to appreciate that without getting overly attached in the beginning. Okay. That's definitely for my people who are not used to being single and just dating, and you're used to like, okay, I'm in this relationship. Okay, this is over. I'm single. Okay, I just started talking to somebody. Oh my God, they're fine. Oh my God, they, you know, everything's in place. They look good on paper. This is probably my next relationship. Or they're better. I like them more than the other person, but you only known both of them for 2 weeks. Or you only been dating and talking to both of them for 2 weeks. Like, don't jump the gun. Something like that. Also, maybe don't close off all of your options. Somebody may need to hear that too. That's what I'm getting. But this could be, like I said, I thought it was like another couple, but this could be like a single male, female. You guys are or you met at the club, or this is a place that you gravitate towards, and both of you are single. You may have dated before, or you've seen each other around the way, and there's a need because there is no plans. 3 of Wands in reverse. There's a need for you to be open-minded. It doesn't mean you have to close the door on who this person is, but they could be entertaining other people, and you could be only focused on them. This person, actually, with the 3 of Wands in reverse, it looks like, yeah, lost direction. It says lacks vision, motivation, delays, self-doubt, hindrances, and regret. This person is going the opposite direction of you. Okay. It could be because people fall in love with you easily. This could be someone who is non-committal, emotionally unavailable, not ready to connect, and it's, you know, like, be deeply invested. They could have a fear of commitment. It's a lot of issues here that could be present. So for that reason, they're walking away from you, but there's some reason to see the positivity in this person, because actually what they're doing, it could be a mature thing, like maturity, and actually more of an appreciation or reverence of you. They put you in a certain category. Like, that's somebody that I would really be serious with. That's somebody that I think I would want for the long haul. That would be my wife or my husband. That's really how I see this person. But right now, I'm not ready for that. That's too much. I can't get I can't get invested. I can't get, lost in that. And so they don't want to play games with you. So they could be walking away. It also could be that they have somebody else, or they're walking towards someone else, and they kind of know that that's not going to work with you because they would want to love you, or they may love you already. So, okay, what else? Pay attention, and people fall in love easily. High Priestess in reverse. Secrets, lack of self-trust, out of touch, silence, dissonance, and accepting. Accepting surface knowledge. This person may listen to other people about you, and they may give up just because they kind of are invested in you, but they feel like they need to take it slow. But then a part of them really wants to go quickly with you. It's confusing or overwhelming, and it gives them a lot of excess energy. And they kind of just feel confused, like they don't know what to do, so they choose to do nothing. This person also has secrets. Everybody does, but this person has secrets that they don't quite know you well enough, or they don't feel like they can trust you yet to tell you about it. And so there is a natural division or separation there. You could be very open. I don't know, this yellow stood out to me, like the sun card energy. You could be a Leo, but it's something about your energy, or you have a Leo placement. Like, it doesn't have to just be Leo, but you're like extroverted or very open. You're like an open book, or you're you don't have anything really that you're hiding. Nothing that would cause an issue between the two of you. What else? Like, just transparent or something like that. So they may not quite know yet how that will work with you, and like I said, they may not know you very well, so they're operating and making decisions off of limited information, and there could be like a fear aspect why they don't take the next step and kind of connect with you to ask you or something like that. So I don't know, I'm guessing spirit is trying to tell you to put a pin in this person. They don't seem to be listening to their intuition because they're not getting much off of you. They don't really know where you're at, and they don't know how to pretty much operate with you. So that's why they're not doing anything, and that's why they're kind of going in the other direction. They can't really get a good read on you to kind of fill you out and know what would be the... I think this is someone who likes things that are a little predictable. So with you, you could be unpredictable, and they just don't know how things will go. And until they're feeling like risky or fun or what do you call that? What's the word? Spontaneous. Okay. Yeah. There's a measure of kind of throwing caution to the wind a little bit and taking a leap. And this person just may not be there. Oh, they really are not there. Oh my goodness, they are not there. It's because the Three of Wands is in reverse, the High Priestess is in reverse, and so is the Page of Swords. I'm telling you, this person has no idea what to think about you. They don't know what page you're on. They don't know how you feel. They don't know what you really want. They don't know what would happen if they did step to you. Whatever it is that they're holding back, they don't know how you would feel about that communication, or that information. For some of you, this person had a child with someone else, or they have a child on the way or something like that. I just heard that. So that could be a reason too why they're walking away from you, which, like I said, it's a sign of maturity. But anyway, there's a lot about them not knowing what to say, not knowing how it'll go, and being a little fearful about taking a step. Okay. But yeah, we have scatterbrain, exhausted. They could be talking about your situation with other people, and they could be very gossipy and insulting about you currently or something like that. So yeah, I just feel like this person is walking away from you or going in the opposite direction, and it's just because they have too much to hide currently. Okay. Why, Spirit? Why are we putting a pin? This don't sound like nothing to put a pin on. Pay attention to the positive details. It's not many. Okay, healed. optimism, forgiveness, recovery, healing, releasing pain, and acceptance. If it's your situation, you know it better than I do. And Spirit is saying put a pin in this. Okay. I'm not seeing it from where I'm at currently, but I do have a little drink in my cup, y'all. So maybe I'm missing it. I might not quite be on it tonight. But I do know that Spirit is like adamantly saying pay attention to the positive details. And there's something about the positives about this person that are so specific, so like intentional to what you literally ask for, that likely not only will this person be like in love with you, but you will probably fall in love with this person easily too. Okay, so the fear that they're having, you may be able to kind of understand it a little bit. And for some of you, this is something that you went through with them, like in the past. Even what I was mentioning, like I did hear somebody was pregnant or something like that, but that could have been a past issue or a past situation. It may not be a situation currently, or things may have changed or things have developed. So, I don't know. Spirit may be trying to warn you that this person could be coming back around, and they are looking for kind of like a peaceful ground to come towards you. Hoping that you've already pretty much let go of whatever resentment you may have towards them for how things were done in the past. Okay, yeah, we have healing, releasing pain, and acceptance. And it's the Three of Swords in reverse. So I don't feel like they have a situation with anyone else currently. The Devil is in reverse too. If there were any bad habits or any kind of like situations that they weren't able to let go of, even just energy, the pain, pretty much. The Three of Swords means that they likely could have had another situation or entanglement, or they were talking to someone else. They could have even went towards another person. There's no codependencies. There's nothing like holding them back or no attachments. So it says freedom and detachment. Okay, and they're standing in their power or they're regaining it. So this could be someone too that just wasn't in the right mind because they weren't really themselves. Something pretty much took their soul right out of them, made their heart go cold, or gave them reason to feel like they needed to literally kind of be in their own bubble or circle to heal. And I guess, like I said, again, Spirit is speaking highly of this person because it's saying like wisdom, discernment. This person like chose to heal these issues before connecting with you. So they did walk away from you. They did go in the opposite direction. But it was with good reason. I mean, it's saying, that they're not in their mind and scatterbrained and all of this. I just think this person's mind, it was overwhelmed. I feel like more that this was overwhelming. Everything was overwhelming than it is that this person was not in their right mind or couldn't make a decision. That doesn't seem like the case. This is someone who, honestly, the way they handled this, wise is the word I would use. So, all right, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and leave this energy here. That's the reading tonight. Okay, that's what's going on in the club. All you do is club. Y'all be clubbing. I do not like to club. I like to get dressed and look cute. I like to have some drinks and have an excuse to be a little loud and a little cocky, or to dance for no reason. But club life, it's about dead to me. And everything that's on that table, I read it in the energy. It be everywhere. You ain't gotta go to the club to see what's going on. So I can see it right here from home. Woo! But anytime you are not in a romantic connection, you might as well say you at the club. Your heart out there. And, if you keep them energy waves clear, it be boom, ba-dum, boom, boom, ba-dum, boom, babe. You got that super bass. So, yeah, that's the club. And people will pick up on your wavelength before you even see that person in public. So, yeah, that's kind of like what we got going on out here. I don't know if I like it for right now. It seemed like, tense energy, heavy energy. I was looking for something a little more lighthearted, a little more fun, a little more in the moment, you know, a little more flirty, but whatever. That's what we got. I will see you guys in the next live. Bye.